Welcome back, everybody, to Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. Last time, we went to Wave Ocean, as we heard that Omega was engaging Mephiles. He did get away, but we did learn about Shadow's fate in the future, as Omega would be the one to seal him away for good, after Elise releases Iblis in that fatal plane crash. In this part, we're going to be hunting down Mephiles one last time. And in so we're gonna go to Dusty Desert. This is the finale to episode Shadow, so since Dusty Desert is the last. Oh, both Omega and Rouge died. Okay, no Team Dark. Rest in peace. But yes, Dusty Desert will be the final stage for the story, so when you reload the episode after you beat it, you will spawn back here. I was concerned for a second. Rouge did not spawn. Let's see. We have word from Lord Regis about you. Please enter. Can you say the same thing? Yes. Let's not waste any time. We've already bought everything from the shop, so let's go. Okay, let's go.
Mephiles appears to have headed for those ruins. He's probably looking for the Chaos Emerald that's supposed to be there.
There's no doubt in my mind. His movement shows he's seeking any Chaos Emerald he can find. Supposedly, he needs one in order to join with Iblis again.
I will seal him before that.
And now we're back to another hovercraft section.
It looks like these pillars will lead me to it.
This is not bad at all. This hovercraft section is not bad at all. All you have to do is go through these gates, and once you enter a gate, the next set of gates will open. There will be threats along this track, alongside with the damage you will be taking from the recoil of these jumps. But it's not bad at all. I want to emphasize as much as I can that this is not that bad, because, as you recall, I have bought the DLC. The very hard version of this stage is ridiculous. The hovercraft. I could not get past the hovercraft section in the very hard version. There's too many obstacles that easily reduce your health at the slightest touch. Oh, taking the wrong turn. And it makes it infuriating and almost impossible to defeat. For me. How did I just take damage? Well, yeah, because of stuff like that. That's why the very hard version of this stage is infuriating. I tackled a bird and that didn't damage me. But as you may see, or may notice, is that we're in Sonic's portion of Dusty Desert. But not for long. This stage would have been much shorter if you could have just cut straight through that cave. But no, you have to take this whole loop around to open the gate.
It's just a bit further.
And now we're in an entirely new section of Dusty Desert, which, okay, there's a lot of bats, which, I believe you can see this from Silver's version, because this is all on the interior, and we're about to go through a lot of sections where Silver has already passed through. But these pillars that we're running on along the side of, I'm pretty sure you can see them from Silver's story.
I have to be careful not to get caught in this sand wave.
And yes, we're back to the room of sand waves, which, just like last time, if you fall and get caught by the waves, they will drag you to the beginning of the room. At least we're getting to the end of the reused Or not reused, shared assets between games.
Switch detected ahead. Switch detected ahead. I will push the switch. Shadow, wait here.
That was an incredible crotch shot, Omega. You should start an OnlyFans. I will say that I really like how the entirety of Team Dark is used throughout episode Shadow, as they're used much more often than in the than the characters in the other stories. It's really nice to play a lot of Omega and Rouge, or at least a healthy amount. Oh, here's the dangerous part. Just cross to the side. I don't think I can try that trick where you just stand on the edges of where those sliding platforms come out of, because Omega's too big. I need to punch this bird, don't I? Why isn't this bird dying? Am I not punching you? Hold it down as much as possible. Really, I had to do all that? I don't even think I have to defeat you. At this point, it's just I'm just petty. Thank you. That ragdoll is satisfying. I want to hit a checkpoint because I know I can make it all the way to my. I'm going for it. I want to see if I can cheat this stage. This door's not opening. Oh, wait a second. I may be able to cheat this stage. Come on, Omega. Yes! Oh! Okay. What does that unlock? Oh, it unlocks that. So I'm pretty sure I need to go around.
Omega's done it. Let's move on.
Alright. That's another skip for you guys. The only sad part about that is now I just shortened the time we get to play as Omega, which I'm... Okay. I completely forgot that this bar is exclusive to Shadow's version of Dusty Desert. Anyways, let's see. Oh yeah, I do think that was Omega's final section in the game. In episode Shadow, rather. So I think I just cut it short by mistake. More gummy worms, grape flavored gummy worms. Come on, where are you guys? A little bit of shocking. Electrotherapy doesn't hurt anybody, right? And more of these... I'm calling them pillars. I don't know if that's the right term, because I know pillars are supposed to stand up. I don't know if they keep the name just by the orientation. Wait. Can I turn the camera? Oh, there was a Soliana medal. Nope, I'm going back. I'm going back. I'm waiting for that platform to go up because I just want to see if... Okay, you can stand here. So with Shadow you can. I'm fairly certain you can't do it with Omega. So you don't need to wait. You almost nailed me in the head with that. It's an odd angle to do it from. I don't need this one up. And I somehow did not get it when I attacked it. Again, you don't have to defeat any of these enemies. Really?
Okay, let's charge ahead. Yes.
Oh, this stage seemed really short, probably because I did that big skip. Alright, well, this is gonna be a much shorter finale video in comparison to Sonics and Silvers.
Not even a challenge.
It would have been fitting if it was a B, honestly. But still no Bs. Although we did lose the S chain, but it's an A. It's still really good. B's also really good. But, I don't know. I just found it funny how for the majority of this Let's Play, I've been getting just B ranks left and right. I still don't understand how I got those 2 Ds.
Mephiles!
I was expecting you sooner. As you must know, you're already too late. But there's still time for you to change your mind. Join me, Shadow. Let us teach this world a lesson and rewrite the future.
Don't try to deceive me.
What?
You have no desire for revenge. You only crave destruction. Your only lust is to fuel Iblis until there is nothing left of time itself.
It's a pity, Shadow the Hedgehog. Truly a shame that you wish to go against me. I'll make sure you regret this, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Mephiles, I won't let you escape.
Alright, our final showdown against Mephiles. He has its shields up. And these little things are back, so once again we have to charge up our chaos meter. But these little bad things are going to be taking on a different form. You have to patiently wait for all of them to... You have to wait for Mephiles to go underground into this, I'm going to call Grape Fanta.
Hey, that doesn't look good.
Because those things are going to come out. You can only damage them once they have their eyes out, in the same sense as those golems. Or maybe you don't need to wait, because I just defeated him, he had his eyes closed. Okay, you don't need to wait for the eyes to open. So you just need to keep taking these ones down to fill up your energy meter, which is a much faster process than how you do it in the first Mephiles fight. Because if you could not beat that first fight in one cycle, recharging your energy meter twice takes up a lot of time. They can also shoot lasers. And my Omega Tap does not lock onto their eyes. Okay. I think you may be able to do some damage at their chest. One more should fill up my meter. I'm just shy of filling it up. So one more will do it. Too short. Got it. Now I just gotta wait for the energies to come in. Bring it on, Mephiles! I mean, literally. I need a ring. I need a ring. So yes, once you activate Chaos, what is it called? The Chaos mode, Chaos Boost. Sorry. it will undo the Grape Fanta. And we're almost done. Oh, I ran out. I ran out. I could have done it in one cycle. Give me these little maggots. I don't know if you can actually attack these while they're going into the Grape Fanta below, but I don't even know what this is. Is this supposed to be poison? It's Grape Fanta, okay. This is the dangers of Grape Fanta.
Drown in darkness.
Also, I think this is one of the only fights where you actually have your companions with you. I just realized that. There are a lot of big guys. Give me your eyes. I just need one ring to stay alive. Come on. Give me my energy. Since I just found out that I can do the Chaos Blast. Oh, he's doing this thing. So what you're supposed to do here, wait for him to do that whole thing. You're supposed to only attack this chain of Mephiles. But I'm too low. Whatever, Chaos Blast. The moment you run out of energy, Mephiles! The moment you run out of energy, the map will revert back to this state. So now I gotta do the cycle all over again. Just to hit him once. I will not drown in the Grape Fanta. Give me these big guys. Omega, can you and Rouge do something, please? Where did the guy go? I'm not locking onto any of them. I have to lock onto the heads. Okay, one down. Okay. So I'm pretty sure you can damage them from any angle. It's just their head is their weakest point. Is that it? I'm just shy. I'm like one shy. Come on, Mephiles. Of course you have to hit me. Give me a ring. I'm not risking it. There we go. Yeah, when you have the Chaos Boost active, that chain thing is so hard when you just mash the jump button. You have to space out your jumps.
Forever.
Or your homing attacks.
I am invincible.
Yes.
But anyways, what's our final rank for episode Shadow? I'm not too optimistic here because I just saw my score was 300 or something.
Need to stay focused.
Well, it's still not a B, so I'll take it. But our final rank. Now let's see Wait, before I say it, let me just go through these medals and then override my save data, and then we see how episode Shadow ends. Ignore this. I'm trying to... Okay. Overwrite save data.
Destroyed!
The Eye of Now absorbed your power through your shadow in the past. What may have worked 10 years ago no longer does. You must realize now that you cannot hope to stop me with your limited power.
So you say.
It's futile. The world will betray you. Why fight at all? Why risk your life for those who will persecute you later?
If the world chooses to become my enemy, I will fight like I always have.
And that's episode Shadow. Now I want to get the music out of the way first. So Shadow's theme is called All Hail Shadow. And it's the most interesting inclusion because the version you're hearing right now is a cover. It's not the original track. The original track for All Hail Shadow was present in Shadow the Hedgehog, the game. So Shadow's the only one out of the main three Hedgehogs who does not get an original theme for this game. So for the version differences, there's the version in Shadow the Hedgehog, the game, that was performed by the band Magnify. I'm pretty sure that's how they pronounce the band name. The version you're hearing here is a cover and remix made by Crush 40. There's another official version, which is called the Hybrid Mix. And as the name implies, it takes the instrumental track for this version, the remix, and the vocal tracks from the Magnify version and combines the two. And that's pretty much it, which is surprising. So Shadow gets the least amount of tracks out of the three Hedgehogs. Sonic gets a handful of vocal tracks and instrumental tracks. Silver just gets remixes for his theme, and then Shadow's both remixes of both instrumental and vocals amount to a total of 3 official ones. Again, that's official ones, because there is one more. If we're counting the same technicality that I counted in Sonic's story for his world, Nate Wants to Battle also did a cover of All Hail Shadow. So with that technicality, you get up to 4 versions of this song. But legally, it's 3. Moving on. So it's presumed that Shadow and Team Dark defeat Mephiles. I don't know what happens afterwards. Wink, wink. But one cool thing about that final cutscene is that he took off the rings off his glove cups. Now, these rings are called inhibitor rings. And if you don't know what they are and how they relate to Shadow, pretty much he's too strong, he's too powerful, and those rings are supposed to limit him, because if he exerts, I think that's the word, if he exerts too much energy, he will die. This was most well known for being used in Sonic X, where during the final fight, during the Bio Lizard, which is adapted from Sonic Adventure 2, Shadow removes his inhibitor rings during the Super Sonic fight, and that's how he sacrifices himself to save the world. In the games, this is the only real time he does that, where he takes off his inhibitor rings. It's nice that they're acknowledging or kind of connecting it to Sonic X, because I do like that idea where Shadow can become overpowered by removing these rings. But this is the only time it happens. It's never really acknowledged afterwards, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, and now one thing I want to address that I did mention a long time ago is that I think playing this game in this order, where you play Sonic's episode, then Silver's, and then Shadow's, is the proper way how to do so. Because it's all because of Mephiles himself. Now, if you recall, in Sonic's story, there's only 2 appearances for Mephiles. He's mentioned by Silver when he's confronted by Shadow, and then when Sonic and his team find that part where Mephiles is giving this exposition to Silver and then sends them all back in time. That's all that's all he makes in episode Sonic. In episode Silver, Mephiles is the one who's telling Silver go back in time, kill Sonic to save the future. And also, it's kind of funny because the last time we see Mephiles in Silver's episode is when he's instructing him to go to the train station. And he doesn't appear anymore. That is because he takes on that form that he takes on in episode Shadow. So, I guess it would throw Silver off if he came back with that new, corrupted form. I don't know what to call it. But now in episode Shadow, you find out everything about Mephiles, how he came into the world, into the present day, what he's trying to do, and what his relation was to Shadow. And pretty much, there was a Shadow that went back in time originally, sealed away Mephiles, and then that's the Shadow that Mephiles remembers, because then when he's liberated later on, he remembers Shadow, but Shadow never met that version of Mephiles. It's time travel, it's confusing, whatever. What I find funny is that when Shadow goes to seal away Mephiles, he just says, okay, yeah, I'm gonna make my own fan character based off of that. Original character, do not steal. And then Mephiles became pretty much the fan favorite villain, like a very desired villain to be brought back for later entries. I know what the fan base thinks of Mephiles. They actually think he's really cool because he's honestly a cool villain for the Sonic games. So yeah, I'll just let his role play out before I end the part. Oh yeah, and one last little side note before I end the part. That scene where Omega is assaulting Mephiles, if this game ever gets remastered, that is the first cutscene I want to see how they remaster it. I want to see this man gun down Mephiles in HD 4K because I think it's going to look cool. Anyway, let's overwrite the save data so we can finish this part off. Okay, so we've already completed the 3 episodes. We, with Sonic, we saved the princess, defeated Eggman, all is good. Silver went to the future, and defeated Iblis once and for all. Sadly lost a friend, but he did save the day. And for Shadow, it's presumed that, well, he defeated Mephiles, because we're done with the episode. But we're not done with the game, as, if I get it right, nope, as there's one last episode. So, next time on Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, we're gonna see what really happens after the conclusions of all 3 of the main stories. See you guys then.